let's talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie for a second. Now, don't watch this video if you have not seen the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and you want to go see it. Amazing, by the way. I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. It's amazing. So it starts off with the 6 a.m. like the FNAF 4 sound, like you know the FNAF 4 sound clock going off. It sounds like that. And we see the main character. We see Mike Schmidt. Now everybody thinks that Mike Schmidt is Afton's child. Nah, simply not that. Michael has a job as a security guard at like a mall, I think, and he gets fired from that job. Then when he goes in the manager's office, William Afton changed his name, hid his identity. But when he walks into there, you can clearly, you have an idea of who that is, because he when he's saying Mike's name, he goes Mike Schmidt, and like just stops in the middle of saying Schmidt, so you kind of get an idea. But Steve is Afton's hidden name. That's whose name would want to be Steve. But so he goes on to tell Mike that there's a job as a security guard at an abandoned pizzaplex. Five Nights at Freddy's. Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria. So he says that the pay's not very good and the nights aren't very well. You get it if you've ever seen Five Nights at Freddy's. The nights are horrible. I mean, horrible. I mean, in the games you only get paid like $4 an hour. That's like it's pretty absurd to get just that much money. Like just to get that much money? It's pretty absurd, am I right? I mean, you think you'd get paid more to be at an abandoned pizzaplex? Stay there, be chased around by killer animatronics that want to stuff you into Freddy suits. He doesn't take the job at first like a smart person would. But then, so, Jane wants to take custody of Abby, which is Mike's sister, little sister. And so, I guess Abby's teacher says that he should take the job to prove that he's worthy of keeping Abby. So he takes the job, and when he gets there, we can hear William talking over the phone, telling him what to do, and he says, "See you in the flip side." Like, maybe. You hint that he might die, which is how the lore goes. So, I mean, there is that. Then when we finally are getting to the good part, he goes in on his first night and leaves Max in charge of Abby. So Max and Abby chill home while Mike goes to work at the abandoned pizzeria. And when he gets there, he takes his nighttime pills to make him go to sleep, have a nice sleep. And when he goes to sleep, he has a dream about his brother, Garrett, being taken by somebody. Now later in the movie, we see Garrett. Later on in the movie, we see who takes Garrett. You could probably guess early on who took it, William Afton, but No, we're not for sure. So, in that, we see the children that got kidnapped by William and killed and stuffed into the suits. So, basically so we have one that has a like bunny, like a cutout bunny ears, Bonnie. We have one that has a hook hand and orange hair, Foxy. We have one that's blonde hair, which is Golden Freddy, and then one that has a top hat, which is normal Freddy, and then a girl that's Chica. Those are all the abandoned kids. So we see Mike start to chase them down, and when Mike chases them down, he trips and falls, and then it wakes up at 6 a.m. That's when the night ends. I think, oh, he's all safe and stuff. No, he's not safe. You're like, oh, he's so safe. Or, I mean, yeah, he's safe from everything. I mean, it's 6 a.m., he's gonna leave. But we see, of course, on Jane at a diner with Max and two other friends of hers, and they're at a diner, okay? And of course, Matt Pat's there. He talks about something like a theory, like something that's just like a theory. You know, Matt Pat, he's all about theories.
That rabbit thing's back again.
But
you said it was safe here.
But you know, it just goes like this. When you see everything goes on, they make a plan. Look at this. They make a plan to break into the pizzeria and look like Mike did horrible on his first day and let somebody get in. Act like that he locked the front door and all that. You know what I mean? And well, that plan fails because when they get into the pizzeria, oh, you're in for a ride with that. When they get into the pizzeria, the first person to die is a guy. He is like he's a pizzeria sim like shirt. Yeah, like one of the games from Pizzeria Simulator, I think. And well, Chica releases Mr. Cupcake to attack him, and Boo has his face chopped off. Just a normal day. But then it cuts over to the older one. He's running away because he sees, I think his name's Carl, being attacked by Mr. Cupcake.
Trying hard enough.
And so the older one, he runs away.
Who's there?
He just like
You
runs
can't
away.
hide from
He
me.
finds a supply closet, thinks he's safe, but actually
Gregory.
he's not that safe.
No!
Cause you remember
Gregory,
from the games.
Run! Roxy's after you!
I mean,
Gregory,
if you remember,
are you there?
I mean, if you remember from the games,
I'm okay. I found a spot to hide.
Bonnie likes to hide inside the supply closet.
She's close.
So, you know,
Gregory.
I gotta
likes
get
to
in
hide
there.
inside the supply closet. Inside the games. And of course, guess who's gonna be in there? I mean, if Bonnie likes to hide in the supply closet in the games and he walks into the supply closet, who's gonna be there? Bonnie, of course. So Bonnie kills him, and then well, Cuts over
I can't get the
to
mask off again.
cuts over to let me think here. Cuts over to yeah. It cuts over to is the guy with red hair. You're gonna have to gonna have to remind me these names down in the comments, bro. I mean, come on now. I mean, so of course. Of course, he's running away from everything because he hears screaming. He sees the older
Eyeballs.
one die.
Really? Gross, gross,
And-
gross, gross.
And of course, we can guess what happens next. What happens next, everybody? You guessed it correct. He dies. Surprise, surprise. But then you'll never guess what happens after that. After that happens, of course, after that happens, well, I mean, that's simple. After that happens, Max, the babysitter, she's there. Really? Surprising. How would she be there? Because she helped during all of this. Wow. But, really, so she follows the kid that possesses Golden Freddy. Okay. She follows the kid that possesses Golden Freddy. He leads her straight to a room with a animatronic inside of it. We don't see the kid. Like, where did he go? We all wonder. She walks in and then a hand pops out of the Freddy suit, grabs her, pulls her in, and we just see her get bitten in half. I mean, it's pretty insane. Just, whew. And then later on, that plan fails. Later on, here goes the second night of the job as the security guard. And, well, on the second night of a security guard, what is he gonna do? He's gonna fall asleep again. Again. As a security guard, he's gonna fall asleep again. Like, man. I mean, really. So, he falls asleep, he has the same dream. This time he chases after Foxy. Also, did I mention about Vanessa? I don't think I did mention about Vanessa. I did not. Vanessa, as we all know, inside a security breach, Vanessa, well, she's a cop. Of course. Like, yeah, of course. We all know she's a cop. Or, well, a security guard. She's a security guard inside of a security breach. But I think she's there because of, my theory is I think she's there because of Ashley. So, yeah, she's asked if Mike's met them. Of course, we all know who them are. And, well, Vanessa's been there as a kid so many times. Back to Mike, he has the dream, he chases after the kid. Fox possesses Foxy, and Foxy slices his arm.
I don't hear anything. I hope I'm not too late.
And, well, possesses him. And the one that possesses Foxy slices on Mike's arm, and then this is where he answers the door to Vanessa. When he answers the door to Vanessa, she sees the cut on his arm. And we know that he got cut inside his dream. Now, think back to Nightmare on Elm Street. It's where a dream comes into the real world, right? Yes. That's what I think of, Nightmare on Elm Street. So,
Monty?
just think about that. Give that some thought. A dream passing over the real world. So, on his third night, he's forced to take Abby into work with him because, well, Max is, of course, dead. Because she got half, you know. She's, of course, dead. So he has to take, it's take your child to work day. Think of it like that, take your child to work day. Think of it as take your child to work day, but as a creepy pizzeria. You guys have thought, take your child to work day at a very, very creepy pizzeria. So, very creepy pizzeria, take your child to work day, and, well, he builds a fort for Abby, pillow fort for Abby, and then he falls asleep again, has the same dream. This time, there's like, he doesn't see the car this time. Cars already drove off. They ask for Abby, or the kids ask for Abby, and all they wanted was Abby. And then he awakens from a dream of the sound of screaming of Abby. When he goes to check on him, he sees all the animatronics surrounding her. He grabs a chair when Freddy tries to get close to him. And then she says they will take on me. She thought that she was gonna die.
I made it to the raceway.
It's pretty
Are you okay?
funny. And then they all build a pillow fort.
I
with
might be able to
Vanessa.
get a signal if I head deeper into the raceway.
And then, like, Vanessa on the fourth night. Bring me back in.
Do
Vanessa.
you need assistance? Do you need assistance?
I mean,
Do
Vanessa
you need
gets quite.
assistance?
Be quiet.
Vanessa gets quite mad at Mike for bringing her there, and said that if you bring her back, he would shot Mike if he was to bring her back there. Which, I mean, come on, man, why? So he doesn't. He leaves her with Aunt Jane. She hates him now, I guess you could say. Say that she hates him. So you could say. You could say.
You really think we won't find you?
So she doesn't. She leaves on Jane. She crosses him off every single picture that she's ever drew with him. I mean that's kind of rude if you think about it. he was just trying to protect you and protect himself from being shot by Vanessa. But when he comes back, the door's already unlocked, and you could guess who's there.
Gregory? You can't hide.
She hasn't found him yet. I better find him first.
You could guess what happened. This is the 5th night. Mike goes back to the pizzeria like usual. He goes there like he goes there as usual. Well, Vanessa is already there. Or, wait, no, Vanessa's not already there. That was on night 4. Yeah. So, he's there. He comes in, falls asleep. Comes in, falls asleep. Comes in, falls asleep. Like usual. This time the dream is different. What different it is, the car's not there. He's at a table with Garrett. Garrett's alive. They said that would be his dream place to be. Well, of course. Well, as you would think, Golden Freddy shows up at the house, hops on in to a taxi. Corey Kitchen is a taxi driver. Can you believe that? Corey Kitchen is a taxi driver. Wow.
Back my eyes!
Ah! Let go! Let go!
So, I mean, so,
Gregory! I'm in Roxy Racers.
I mean, it's kind of just like, it kind of goes. So, that's inside the dream. They say that they're gonna go take Abby, because Mike looking at Garrett's face, he says yes, this is what he wants. He can have this dream every single night.
Gregory!
And then,
I'm in Roxy Racers. Say
and
something!
then,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
well,
Yes, I can. What happened here? It looks like the whole place fell in.
Something tunneled
I mean,
out.
so,
Broke everything. Now I'm stuck
how do I
here.
put this?
I really think I need to go get help. Or call the police.
How do I put this?
How is that supposed to help? There's no time.
Fine. Am I even close? Where are you? This place is huge.
Figure out how to put this.
Down there. Sinkhole under the raceway.
Okay,
Through the raceway.
so,
Help me. How do I get down there?
trying to think. So, well, I'm just an idiot. So, she goes in there like any other day, of course. And then, so Mike, well, before this, Mike is being chased down by Foxy. No, he's asleep. And when he wakes up, he's inside the chair that you see at the beginning of the movie with the original security guard. When he gets killed, you see that chair. Okay, so Mike's in there and he actually escapes this time, not like the first security guard. He actually escapes this time. and gets away. And then we just like, I mean, see. Once he escapes, he falls next to, well, Max's dead body inside of the Happy Hippo. Yeah, Happy Hippo. Sees your body inside a Happy Hippo's inside of a Happy Hippo suit, like just half of it without the head. You see all the other dead bodies of the people that broke in that night, and you don't know. Mike figures out that's why, well, she hasn't been coming to babysit, because she's dead. So then, well, that gets to the taxi scene where then they go in. Before this, Vanessa finds Mike laying on the ground. Just the whole thing. While he's laying on the ground, she picks him up, and he wakes up next to, like in a hospital bed inside like a room with Vanessa. Or it's not like a hospital though. It's not completely a hospital.
Are you there?
It's not completely a hospital. Think about it that way. It's not a hospital at all, actually. But it's just like, I mean, she tells him her whole life story about how her father has like completely messed her up, and she can't William's her father, and she's completely messed up by him.
Gregory! Are you
So,
there?
and he's like completely I mean, he's hurt. Just a total thing. I mean, like, he's hurt and all. I mean, he's hurt. I mean, Vanessa patches him up, you know. I mean, Vanessa patches him up. She says that she can't go back there because, well, of her father, of course. And she says that electrocuting them shall short circuit them, and that should help by short circuiting them. The electricity shall short circuit their system, and then with short circuit the system, they should be able to get Abby out. So he goes back to get Abby, and when he's over there, he sneaks through the vent. Chica takes her and carries her into her room. Now, the room that she goes to, like earlier in the movie, we see
Gregory, are you there?
earlier in the movie we see like Vanessa. Earlier in the movie we see like Vanessa
Gregory, are you there?
and Mike in like the back room, or not the back rooms, but like a back room, like in the back of the Pizza Plex, with like this creepy looking small animatronic doll with spring locks in them, because that's how the old suits are designed for people to wear. And that's what Chica tries to shove Abby into. Well, Mike pours a bucket of water on the stage to electrocute Bonnie and Freddy. Okay. So when he does that, they're electrocuted, right? Yeah, so they're short-circuited and
Gregory, are you there?
they can't do anything now. They're short-circuited. They can't do anything. So he sneaks by them and he goes to grab Abby. He's there in just a nick of time to stop Chica. He short-circuits Chica. And then when he short-circuits Chica, saves Abby from being spring-locked. And later on, escaping the animatronics, Vanessa's there. We see William Afton. And they're all attacking them because there's the drawing on the wall of like the spring Bonnie holding the kids around, like being their friend, and thinking that we hurt them, or the security guard hurt them and killed them, until Abby draws a drawing to change the mind of like dead kids with Springtrap with a knife that changes their minds. And then Chica releases Mr. Cupcake. He bites off the side of William's suit, and the spring locks go off, and we hear the famous saying, "I always come back," while he puts on the head.
Gregory, are you there?
Now, of course, inside the game, he lives on. He dies and he lives on. Then, like, he's holding himself together, so he doesn't die. He holds himself together. He's just holding himself together. We see that in the movie of him, like, stretching out his fingers, pulling himself back together like he normally was. And, I mean, it's like a total thing. And then, well, because in the movie, but Vanessa gets stabbed by her father. And then we have the end scenes. At the end, Bowie plays the Living Tombstone, which is amazing. This is the Five Nights at Freddy's first song. Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not gonna sing it, but you know it. And plays that, and then like there's like a Coast Creek scene. Yeah, so they hid balloon boys out the set that would scare. So the first balloon boy that I saw, I can't remember if there's any more. There's like 3 more inside there, but the first one that I saw was like when Mike grabs his uniform and his like flashlight and stuff, there's a balloon boy, he turns it around, and then I guess there's like another locker where he has to grab something. Balloon boy there, he turns that around. And then at the very end with Corey inside the cab, he's just like not allowing anybody in. Because he was taking a nap or something, he didn't want anybody in. And then he hears the car door open and just somebody inside. He turns around, there is like the Living Tombstones song keeps playing, and then at like the very end we hear a distorted voice say, I can't remember what it says. It's like something. It's like we come back or come back soon or something. something around those terms. I remember I never finished to the end of the movie. Because, like, again, I said it's 9:42 and we started at 9:40. We started at 9:05. 9:42, so it's been a journey while I've been talking about this. But I think we're gonna end it right here. That's the FNAF movie highlights. It was a pretty good movie. Loved it. I don't know why there's so many bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. But anyway, that's it, and goodbye.